to Kenya, where we actually have, it's more like a startup, but what they're doing is they're providing skill based after school classes to everyone so that it actually can supplement the schools. And this actually became very important and very necessary when COVID-19 did, cut the regular school schedule last year.
Okay.
So they're called Kedato, and they're based in Kenya. It's a Kenyan startup. Now, they literally have about 820 plus students that actually use Kedato for academic, fun, interactive classes. You learn how to code, you learn chess, you learn art, music, sport, and languages. And most of these things are important. I mean, when regular school session was cut through,
Right.
people who really didn't have backup plans, they found themselves wanting, having the children being home for months without learning or anything. It became some other issue. And Kedato was there for Kenyans, those who had registered, parents who had actually signed up, students who had actually signed up, found it easy because there was something to learn. So for them, it was like school didn't stop. And you learn basic skills. Because we're at a place where, let's be honest with ourselves, it's not the paper that gives you the job.
Yeah.
It's not the certificate. It's not what is on the certificate.
It's your ability.
It's
and
what
skill,
you
huh?
can do. Yes, it's the skills you actually have that actually give you the job. The paper might get you the job, but your skills will keep the job and probably push you high.
Yeah.
So if you get it with the paper and you don't have any skills to actually keep that job, then it becomes a problem. And I feel schools like this and startups like this are really necessary, very important. Because one thing I know with chess like this, chess is good. It's good not for fun because game, but it's good for the mind. Because if you actually are good at chess, you're good at thinking. Chess helps develop your brain power. So for children to learn something like this, it's amazing. It means these people are going to be able to transfer what they learn on the chessboard into analyzing real life situations, coming up with problems, identifying problems, coming up with solutions, and being able to move the generation forward. Coding, we all know, it's coding has become like it's everywhere now you pass. And
Yeah.
people are using it, creating amazing softwares, apps, innovations, different things. So it's great when you learn some of these skills. And I feel things like this help the parents identify where the children's interest is.
Okay.
So as much as you're going to regular school, because it's like we're going to be stuck with the kind of curriculum we have for a while, but as
Yeah.
much as you're attending regular school, if you know your child is probably good at this or they love this due to what they do in the after school classes, then you find ways to actually keep encouraging them that you never know what everybody's destined to do. They might
Yeah.
actually break through that, not necessarily through the white collar jobs.
Okay.
So you can go to www.kedato.com if you want to sign up as a parent or if you want to sign up as a student, you want to learn and see how it does. I mean, they have the after school. And then for the academic classes, now the classes are in small groups. You have from 5 to 8 students. You have verified and vetted certified tutors. You have 4 to 5 lessons a day, 45 minutes each. They prepare them, the book, and then there's candidates for exams as well. Now, there's daily personalized assignment tracking. We also have the students' progress and trajectory mapping. This is actually given to the parents or the guardian. Now, for the after-school classes, you have fun lessons for 4 to 18-year-olds. And then we have small groups of 5 to 10. And for that one is weekdays. You have from 3 p.m. That's after school. Now, on weekends, they start from 9 a.m. So the classes are up to 45 to 60 minutes each. And, I mean, there's an amount for each lesson that they are taught. I think it's good to... One thing I noticed, I think this is actually from a movie. There's a setting line of movies, but when you watch, one thing they usually do is for the elite or for those that you can say, oh, these people, they are well-to-do, and they have really invested a lot in the children's education.
Okay.
You realize that those children are able to do quite a number of things.
Yeah.
They may not be able to sing, but they can play certain instruments. They can engage in quite a number of sports.
Right.
They cut across in a certain way, which you would not necessarily find. I mean, swimming is something that's you never know when you might find yourself in a water body that you need to swim to save your life. But how many of us actually did learn swimming at school? We didn't even have the swimming pool to begin with.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing. I mean, you can sign your child up to learn robotics. I mean, learning music, everything. Whatever it is you want your child to, whatever skill you feel they need, give it to them. if I had my child and I had the means, I'd have signed them up.
Right. Well, I think it has to do with their interest in the first place. Whatever
Well,
they're
you have to,
interested
yes,
in.
yeah, but to
You can't.
identify their interest, you actually need to put them there first. Then, as they engage, the one they put more focus on, you determine, okay, this is what they like doing first. But you can't
Yeah.
just sit and look at them like,
No,
let
I
me
don't.
see your face.
I don't think. I don't think parents would want to do that. I don't
Okay.
think they do that in the first place. Okay.
Well, the next thing I want to talk about, yesterday I spoke about one doctor in Congo, and she actually had found a way. I mean, she helped, she came up with a team, and then they actually built their own ventilators or breathing machines in DR Congo.
Okay.
Today we're looking at something interesting, and this actually is happening in Kenya.
Okay.
So this is also a doctor, and she is Dr. Shiko Gitao.
Right.
Dr. Shiko Gitao. Now, one thing she also did during this whole COVID-19 thing was to actually come together, and she supported the government of Kenya. And what they did was they utilized digital tools and data in their response against the pandemic.
Right.
So one thing they did was they partnered with the University of Nairobi, and then they built is a platform. They call it SEMA.Africa. So it's a one kind of a platform, and it directly interfaces with Kenya's Ministry of Health. So this helps them towards data analysis and then modeling. And they've been able to catalyze that innovation for the COVID-19 and also the post-pandemic recovery. I believe knowing the numbers coming in, knowing what is actually being done on the ground is very important. Sometimes here in Africa, in certain countries, we don't necessarily see data as a big thing. It's not really important. I mean, what is data? But when I'm saying data, I'm not talking about the bundle we do on our phones. No. I mean data as in numbers, data as in research, data as in, okay, this people do this people do that, that, this. Everything. And when you have that, you're better informed. So if you actually have the right digits, you're able to make an informed decision. So we're treating this year with this is the approach we took. Now, is it working? Are the numbers dropping or are they increasing? What can we do? What should we look at? And she's been very instrumental in that. Not only has she been able to work with that, actually, she also serves in an innovation advisory committee on the COVID-19 response effort. And she and her team have also designed and built the innovation management system, covid.innovation.ke. I think it's an amazing thing, and this is an example of what a woman in a STEM-related space can do.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all we have.
That's all we have. The show is Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio. Thank you, Epe. 132G.